Hello everybody, welcome back to Motorsport Manager. Time for Race 2, 2018 season, our third season of the Create Your Team Challenge here in the WTCR, the World Touring Division, lower level of the GT Series, and what a spectacular race it was for us the first time out as we unexpectedly seized first place, narrowly over AMG. Do we have any hope of holding that up? Well, we will see a little bit about that today. Scouting is in. More importantly, we've got a new part for the engine. There it is, topping out at 411 compared to our current 382. Now, got a little bit of bad news on the engine though. We're not going to be going much further. Now, you can see that top speed plus 40 during qualifying, so what? This is a risk level part. This makes it cheap, makes it take less time, but reduces the reliability and boosts the red zone. So I don't think that would be worth the time. If we go here and here, this does not even boost the performance at all. And I don't want just top speed during the race. I want long-term boosts. If I went here, that would boost the red zone, but it wouldn't boost this. So that's not worth it. So that we can't take this any further without going into risk. That's basically where we're at. Which sucks, but you know, it kind of is what it is. So given that, I'm just going to knock out another engine. I'm going to knock out another fuel efficiency boosted one. And let's see, if I add this, yeah, that's 5 more days for a reduced red zone. I don't think that's worth it either. So I'm just going to take the one. Then we're going to move on to the brakes. So our engine improvement is going to be smaller than expected this year for sure. But at least we'll get 2 parts out of this without much time. And that also means I should be able to put more effort into the other parts. So it may not be a terrible thing for us overall. But I was hoping to have the top engine by the end of this year, and it doesn't look like we're going to get that. Yes, we want to do it anyway. So that's in place, and then let's take a look at our pit crew. We have a bunch more we can hire. Are we going to get any better ones? No. But a couple front jack guys here that are looking excellent. No, don't want you. And then do we want a 12 on the tires? Probably. I could replace somebody like Ortlip. Only 78 stamina. Well, I definitely want to hire these two. And yeah, I'm going to hire them all. I'm going to bring them all in. Relatively speaking, especially with our money improving, the pit crew just isn't that expensive. Okay, so we've got now 2 14s on the front jack. That's the big news. Bisagno is going to be, Bisagno rather, I think, is going to be our backup with Kazmarzik. Boy, I'm never going to be able to pronounce that properly on the front. So we can, the primary position rather, we can move Pons out. Say goodbye. And let's see, now Salazar and Pons, as good as you are, you're leaving the team because we'd rather have a 14 than a 13. So, hasta la bye-bye. Okay, now on the rear, still want Galnavec out there over Galliano. And let's see, we got to get Courtright out. And Rady would be the best there. And then if we pull Eason for the Ball or Puskarich, and I think Ball, I believe is our new hire, is going to come out there for, yeah, there it is, Eason. Okay, so that leaves us where? Well, we're back up to 6. Did I miss one? Did I not hire somebody? No, we didn't. Okay. So we've got our 4 backups on the tires. Here they are, and we've got our front jack there and our rear jack. We are set. 47 hours to fix this time. That's not good. Kai Ebel of RTL has something to say. I'm going to back the guy who just won the race. So he's happy. We lose the happiness of the chairman. I don't really care. 6.441 seconds, our new record. It was mistake-free. Hughes pushed to his limits, but he won after having that terrible start. That's what matters there. Engine build, and we have a scout on Gordon Shedden. Solid all-around driver. Another guy we wouldn't mind seeing in the main cars. He's got a drift champion. He wants to shift careers and is willing to take less money. Wilts at home during the home race in the UK. Well, that's not good, but it's not terrible. And he's got a +6 to his marketability. So his marketability would normally be average, but he'd give us better performance. He's not joining a team in the WTCR, though. He wants something higher up. Okay. Pondering possibly hiring him in place of Pankowitz if his price was cheap enough, given how well we did the first race and this performance. Then we could potentially still go for promotion. But, you know, just keep looking for those opportunities. This one not panning out. Let's get our car repairs done. And there they are. We've got more sponsors to deal with. That'll come later. But actually, I think it's worth seeing what our marketability is up to. Up to 26% as a team, so it didn't jump that much, but look at our sponsor appeal level. It's up to 4 stars now. So that race win could make us a lot of money in these. We're going to wait on that. We're going to take a look in the factory. Engine and spoiler are the parts that we want to get up. And we are going to be using this one later. So the question is, do we push the engine? And let's just see what happens. Like if we put the... Get these out of there first of all. Get all of this stuff out. We're working on the engine and the spoiler today. So if we put these in there, slide this all the way down. 12 days after the race, we're going to get these into probably the high 80s. Whereas, if we did this, we're going to get them a little bit less than halfway there. See, the thing is, I don't think we can quite get this engine ready in time. I'd really like to stretch it and make this happen. And I don't want to leave this engine at 68%. Like, if we were a little bit closer, I'd do it. I'm just going to play it safe. Play it safe. We're going to go with this. We're going to get everything up to 85. Except I think this engine... I'm going to be okay with pulling that out a little bit early and then switching some effort into that one. Because clearly, the engines we use for the rest of the year, this is going to be one of them with the improved fuel efficiency, as is the one that we're working on developing now. But I don't want to put any more effort into developing the ratings on these, because we're going to replace those. So if I go here, that's going to be better. That's going to put our effort into the right parts. And I think that's where we're at. Reserve. Mulsanne has upgraded their design center. Reported cost about 10 million. Looks like they went up to level 2. And some more that we don't need to worry about. Nobody's up there yet. Let's give it a few more days. More scouting finished. Daniel Nagy, predicted 14th. And, okay, his marketability is not normally going to be that good, but he's really good when it comes time to get out there for the race. And you see, you get a top 10 finish, and this one boosted his improvability and his potential. So he got that potential boost that you're looking for. He's not interested in joining us, even though his contract's running down. All right, then. Nothing you can do about that. Report on Phoenix, 45 laps, a little over 2.5 miles. No lap record. Bone dry with chance of rain. We raced there last year, no lap record. Boo! High-speed corners, good spoilers are important. Currently, we are good, but not super. And they were 6th. A lot of teams right up there at the top. And it's slotting our overall still in a 10th. Anyway, that's not important because our parts are good. Yeah, I just want to boost this a little bit at a time now. Whoops, there's our engine. Let's take a look at that. Another one at 40%. So next up, of course, we want to design parts. Our brake is the weak one. We just finished the brake R&D. It makes total sense to go there first. And instead of improving the tire wear, I'm actually going to go with this because we actually got a better option for the first time here. And then our next level stuff, we've got a good one there as well. Don't know what it'll be in the third stage, but it looks like, at least with these, it's going to be some good boosts for our brakes. They're not that expensive. We're just going to whirl through these as fast as we can. Okay, engines are up to 80%. I want to pull off that one, because I think this is the last race we're going to use that. Now the question is, do I want to pull off them both? See, they are crucial parts. So if we hold them at 80, there is a chance of problems. But 80 is not that bad. I'm gonna slide over to these. And we're not going to get them up that far. But anything we get out of them going to be helpful. Let's just go a couple days. Okay, let's go a little bit more. And of course, most of the effort going into these, not the spoilers, so they're not upping that much. Looks like I'm going to want to leave them in all the way. They'll be at 80% or a little bit higher. Shader is the hot favorite. And Hugh's getting a little cocky. Take all your money and put it on me. I'm a shoo-in. KC Motor Group is hoping to improve. That's the top of their goals. Brakes are going to be coming up soon, but not before the race. And let's just see how high the engines got. Yeah, they got up to 50%. These are in the low 80s, so not quite there, but not terrible. And I don't think we're going to be changing any parts. So let's take a look at our sponsors. Now, we do not have any bonus sponsor. This one's giving us $232K a race, $336 there, $552 and $776. So these are all nice. We don't have any positional sponsors. We may want to consider looking for that. 18th or above at $630K each. But why take that when you can just get the money? We've got 16 races at 920, 14 races at 848. Let's just take the 920. You know, why have a performance guarantee on it if they're just going to give you more money without a performance guarantee? So, that was an easy choice. 11th or above, $780K per race, and 14 races for $5 million. That's not that much. This is by far the most lucrative. Question is, are we going to be able to consistently hit that? It's a little bit high. It's going to last the rest of this year and a little bit into next year. But my goal for this season was to consistently have a driver in the top 10. That's all we got to do here. I don't feel like this is overly ambitious. It's definitely the best one. Money-wise, we're going to take it. So let's see how our finances go. And yep, we want to be on that. I hadn't checked that again. So this is our per race income up to almost 1.5 million. If we hit that, we're going to be up at 2.2, about 2.25 million. So our profitability will be even more than it was last year if we make it. But I feel we have a good chance. Even if we don't get 1.5 million, I'm very happy with the financial situation right now. We're saving money. We've got a good amount in the bank. I think we're going to have a very nice bankroll at the end of the year to basically do whatever it is we want. So that's all going well. The HQ, that scouting facility, probably going to be done close to the time of our next race. And let's take another quick look at the car. 10th overall. Our engine is down to 6th. Others edging up by us. Down to 3rd there. Still 11th, 1st, and 6th. So we're, still well above middle of the pack here, but 6th is a really weird rating for both of these. I still think we're a little bit better than that. Definitely better than the 10th overall. Okay. On we go. And they say 18th for Hughes, 23rd for Pankowitz. That's a significant step down from last time. We're going to see how well our engine really fares. My guess is Hughes will be okay. Pankowitz not that great. And this is the last of the speedway tracks, so we have to worry about that because we're going to be having the new engines out. They should be an improvement. Okay, it looks like we're going to be giving Pankowitz and Svaneborg the spots today. And it's pretty much always going to be mediums at Phoenix unless we're given a really good reason to do something else. Of course, so what if we start at the front of the field? Well, until we start consistently getting up there, I just don't think that's something we want to concern ourselves with. And we'll go there. Svaneborg. Of course, this is always a fast track, which is going to mean a lot of things, but it should mean that we should be able to hit that level 3 trim. Seven and 7.2, so we're going to be off to a good start here. High 20s at Phoenix, and it's one of the few tracks where I just don't feel like I need to check the weather. It's going to be hot or really hot at Phoenix. Pretty much never rains here. It's just super predictable, and those cars going out on softs, well, it might help you in qualifying. It's not going to help you anywhere else. Pankowitz liking the speed. And it looks to me like it's going to be another track where we hit the level 3, but not by a huge margin. Svaneborg all the way up at 9, driving very well. Pankowitz, meanwhile, well off the pace. 144, and Svaneborg actually drives faster. Pankowitz wants more weight in the front. Yeah, and I'm not sure we're going to hit the level 3. One thing's for sure is I don't want to come in early. And Pankowitz's time is still the worst of anybody that's gotten around the track. Jumps up a little bit there to 19th. And of course, we don't know how bad the setup is, so it's not worth getting concerned about that yet. Okay, Svaneborg wants stiffer suspension. Pankowitz wants more weight in the front. And now we'll drop back to conserve. And I'm just going to pause it here because we're going to go ahead and come in, make our one set of changes, and then go back out. I still don't think we're going to hit quite the level 3, but I'm not going to totally give up on it yet. %75%. And want some more weight in the front. Handling, probably more understeer. I'm going to go with more understeer and top speed, since I didn't get a comment on those. Yeah, I'm going to try that right there. Svaneborg liking the speed, but not much else. 67%. Yuck. Let's go the other way. Because generally I think we do want high-speed corners on this track. Handling. Oversteer. Try there. Pull this back a little bit. Yeah. And then we'll make adjustments after that. I'm going to make sure that we're not going to hit our mark, and then once I'm sure that I may come in for another change if it's obviously not going to happen. And Pankowitz back down to last. Okay, 3.5 minutes to go. Still think we're in probably not, but what if we hit the lap marker at the right time? So, Pankowitz liking the cornering change, Svaneborg doesn't. So, to my surprise, I thought that was going to go the other way. I'm not totally certain we won't get there. I don't think we will. But we're going to come around here and cross the line just ahead of the thing, which is going to give us just ahead of the end of the timer. It's going to give us almost a full lap extra, which still probably won't be enough, but I'm going to keep riding with it. Yep. Just ahead. I think we're still going to come up a little bit short. It's going to be close, though. It's definitely worth the attempt, because it's going to be close. Another long turn. We're over 90%, but we're not going to quite get there. Oh, man. Little bit more feedback from either driver, and we made it. As it ends up, we're 19th and 24th. A lot of work to do. Setup's not ready, but Hughes hasn't been in the car yet. He's our top driver, so even more uncertainty than usual as we head to qualifying. So we have a fan, Amanda Diaz-Bica, who's excited about getting a tour. And that's about it. Nobody ripping our practice times, as I would expected them to do. Hey, guess what? It's sunny in Phoenix. Alert the press. Okay, so we'll be going on medium and the sweetest spots. And then just mediums for Hughes. Let's see how bad our setup is. Pretty yuck. Okay, Pankowitz liking where the cornering's at, and that, but we've got to get the steering under control. Good to okay. So we want to move the steering up a little bit, almost to where that H is. There we go. And then let's see about this. Let's bring this back in. What if we went with one more top speed? Yeah. Let's just put it one spot below and see what happens there. But mostly, this didn't quite take that. We still moved it. Probably not enough, but we still moved it. I'm still going to go with that one to start. Okay, so we went down 1%, but we want to be up here on the cornering, and that will fix many problems. Went from poor to good. I'm going to guess a little bit more oversteer. Go a little bit more top speed then, I guess, but the main thing is something like that. Maybe here. And here. Let me take a look at that again. Poor. I'm not sure. Is there room? I just don't think there's room there. I'm going to go higher on the understeer. I think that's how I want to play this. Okay. So yeah. Got to go higher on the understeer. And that would mean really pretty much topping it out. And if we drop the speed to there, yeah, that's what I want to try. Alright, we need to pay close attention to how fast these start and stops are so we know if we can do more than one. Clear weather, dry track, hot, although not quite as hot as yesterday. Remember to bring both drivers in. Pankowitz looking hideous. Hughes looking good. And Pankowitz doing nothing but getting worse. Well, now that's bounced back. Hughes getting even better. Too bad I'm not running him for a full time right now. Yeah, just under 2 minutes. We'll come back in. It'll be a little bit under 4. And then we'll need to go out. So this can be our last shot at it. But 94%. I'm getting close on Pankowitz now. Poor. Great. Great. Maybe try a little bit on the other side. And then we've got good. Okay. And great. So we want to push the oversteer this way a little bit more. And then maybe go a little bit lower speed. So if we do that, I mean, that right there by itself is worth trying, but let's go a little bit further. Yeah. Let's go with that. Hughes, what do you think? 92%, getting closer as well, but cornering still not there. Poor, very poor, and good. This is poor, and this I think I need more lower speed, and then poor, good. Need to come back just a little bit there. So let's see. I think I need to go... I might need to go that far. Pull this back. That's a little bit on the wrong side there, but I want to get these knocked in first. Coming back in at about 3:30. Got enough time, but we're not going to have extra. Boy, and look at Hughes at 9.7. It's too much asked for, but it'd be nice for him to hold that line. Yeah, and down to 9.3, 9.2. He's hit his peak already. Just don't drop too far. So 140 the mark to beat by Suri. Pankowitz up to merely bad. No longer abysmal. Okay. Close. 97%. We're still not there on the speed. Poor. Great. Tried that way, no. Tried this way, no. Try go a little bit more lower speed. Okay. And then that may throw those off a bit. Should have enough information there to get it really close for the race. 97 is already tolerable. We want better than tolerable. And then, yeah, that'll be plenty fast enough. Hughes is ready, so we just need to switch his tires at the right time. .99% and 97% is quality. Usually average about 98. I'd just like to get Pankowitz a little bit better. And that should be... yeah, I can't wait any longer. Well, I could wait a little bit longer, actually, but I'm not going to. Okay. So we are going out with... we're probably going to cross line about a minute to spare. We don't need that. But Pankowitz's form is going up. Hughes is gone back up to 10. Any delay here is probably going to hurt us more than it helps us. So, you come out. Let's see if we can take advantage of Pankowitz's superior qualifying. Everybody else has now completed a lap. Turning it down going into turns helps more with the brakes. Oh, great, but overheated. We were just overheated on the brakes, so we kind of blew that one. Thought I had a little bit more time and wasn't really paying attention to that. Hughes still perfect as he hits the line, yes? Yeah, 50 seconds. So whatever Pankowitz does, I'm going to be very disappointed if Hughes does not come across inside this top 10 area. 9,000ths slow, whereas Pankowitz much slower than that. Hughes going around traffic. I wonder how much that's going to cost him. Clear of it now. Yeah, Pankowitz is just going to be bad. Question is whether that's true for Hughes. Around another turn. No, it's not. He's in the lead. He could win the pole. That's 2 points for us. If he can stay ahead of Suri. About 1/6 of a second is the gap. And he does it. So how about that? Same team, similar parts. Pole position and dead last. And it was the person who's good at qualifying, Pankowitz, who finished last. So yeah. Hughes and Suri at the front. So, going back to when I bought these drivers, I thought it was going to be Pankowitz, and Hughes was just a reasonably priced, Well, it certainly looks like Hughes is the star. And some of that's just been luck. Glad to see us doing well. Hashtag deserved. Great qualifying from us. Too good from Jake Hughes. Flawless Jake Hughes. Admit that the Timmix Racing are the best and retire for Ed Schulte. Wow. Might be considering the famous oval for inclusion. Saw a guy injecting gasoline into his veins. Disgusting and highly dangerous. Okay. So, yeah. Everything's about Hughes, apparently, and we'll see if Pankowitz can move up the field, stop sucking, and do something. Medium tires, race trim. And then we're going to go with the race trim and the pit stops. Let's see about our... Everything's fine there. I think we might have made this... No, it's better. It's 98%. But what did we throw off? Okay, we want the understeer to be... Yeah, we want to move... We got to try to move the understeer and the acceleration down just a bit while not screwing anything else up. Okay, 45 laps. Yeah, and I think this is a dual medium, don't push the tires. I remember I've tried to do that before, and I couldn't get through it. We might have enough smoothness, but I doubt it. So if we ever start on softs, try to pick up some ground and then go to 2 mediums. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, and then our fuel options are going to stay what they are. What about the setup? How do we get those slightly down? So if I go here, and then I push this one the other way, and then adjust the tire camber. That helped it a little bit, but not much. We're not... No. It's not what I want to do. Let's... So that would be right here, but that's probably a bit low there. It's not going to be worse than great, though. I think that's going to be slightly better, and I'm going to go with it. Okay, so that's in place. Hughes doesn't need to change anything with his setup. Fresh, soft tires. That's in place. Okay, and we're going to go aggressive on the tires at first, but we're not going to be able to get away with that for long. You have to watch that real close. We're at 25, which is cool for Phoenix. So we've got a 10 for Hughes and a 9 for Suri. Those two expected to battle for the lead. Some good drivers behind them. Pankowitz at 3 in the back row. And yeah, we're not going with you. We're going with Hughes. How's our pole sitter going to do? Badly. Suri bolts to the lead immediately. Well, at least you didn't run wide on the first turn, did you, Jake? Raquelme did. And Packowitz already up to 21st. So Hughes manages to avoid a disaster and merely gives up the lead immediately. Packowitz up to 20th. So 19th, using those tires of his in the back. And let's just take a look at that real quick. Sliding by. Now we're going to switch now down to push, because we want to save some of this. And Hughes back up to... Well, he's still driving fantastically, but not able to keep up with Suri. Berman, Giovanardi behind. Packowitz fighting in 19th and 20th. Not sure how that's going to end up. Based on how our fuel efficiency has been before, we are going to go to push for a couple laps here. And Packowitz sliding up to 19th now ahead of Katzberg, so didn't pass Georgi but passed someone else. Okay, now we're going to go... Oh, I'm having trouble switching it now. High and neutral. Or high and medium. Let's see how the tires hold up on that. I'd like to keep them there for a lap or so. We are going to switch to mediums after, for both drivers, after this first set, so we can comfortably only stop twice. And I'm hoping Hughes can hold off these guys for a couple laps before we back off on the fuel. Packowitz is driving, solidly right now, above average, and is up to 19th behind Georgi, but still the slowest car on soft tires, so it remains to be seen how that's going to work out. Hughes not as good as he was, but still driving well. Seems to be pulling away a bit. Let's go back to medium and conserve them. Get those tires temperatures back. Pankowitz had moved up past Georgi and then lost it. Still fighting for it. Yeah, I'm going to go for the rest of this lap with her because she's really needing every bit she can get. Continuing to drive better though, up to 6.4. And continuing to battle then with Georgi for that spot. Then this turn, coming back the other way. Boy, I didn't do that as well, but got to the inside. There we go. And now we'll go medium and conserve there. Up to 18th. There's Hughes crossing the line. Berman has caught up some. But I'm going to try going to neutral here, and I want to see how much fuel we get back a lap. I need to get a reading on that. Seems to be doing well enough to hold off Berman and Giovanardi, at least for now. Okay, we're getting about 0.04 back, so we can push more. And I think I'm going to go high and conserve. Sort of do that with both drivers. When they have to conserve, go high on the gas. High conserve and medium neutral. So balance out a weakness with a strength. So at that rate, we could afford to go down like a lap and a half or more in fuel. And switch that up. So Nagy getting, or I mean Suri rather, just running away with this race, but could still have reliability problems for the other cars. You can pretty much count on that. Question is whether Suri has to repair, because that's probably our only shot at a win. I think Hughes can do just fine, potentially hold these cars off. It's going to be interesting. He could finish second to fourth, I feel, with the current pace. Pankowitz up to almost 8 in her form. So she started off bad, but she's having herself a day now. Still a lot of work to do. When you start off behind, it's one of the things that was so impressive about Hughes last time, but start off behind, there's so much work to do to catch up. Right there off the bumper of Nagy. And really not negotiating that little chicane very well at all. Both times I've seen her do it. Okay. Switching up there. And we're now starting to see Hughes pull away from Berman and Giovanardi. It looks like Berman has better tires, though. Still, Giovanardi may be the faster, but if we can make this distance hold, that would be really excellent. Let's go high conserve for a bit more. Switch out neutral here. And Hughes actually using up the tires a little bit more than Pankowitz, which is not the normal state of things. And yeah, really pulling away now and not losing a lot more ground to Suri. We are losing some, but not a great deal. Of course, on the other hand, Hughes has more fuel. Over 3-second lead now, though. Jake Hughes looking good for that second spot. Now, if we held it, we would expand to a comfortable lead over AMG. Shader back here a ways, and I forget who their other driver is. In the Drivers' Championship, Hughes would move out to a comfortable lead as well. Be the only driver finishing near the top in the first 2 races of the season. Long way to go before that happens, but could be a very interesting development. A few more laps to go. There can be plenty of time in between them for them to pit simultaneously. And we'll go ahead and push the gas, back off on the tires for a little bit more. See how Pankowitz is doing. She's hanging in there in between Georgi and Nagy. And Nagy's tires, of course, a lot more durable now, so not really making a whole lot of inroads there. The car's on soft tires. Almost all of them have worn them out fairly close to the end of the stint that we're going to be on here. And there's Georgi looking to make the pass. Let's just switch to neutral and stay on the gas for a bit. There we go. I think that's the last we're going to push the gas for now. And we have a little bit more to spare, like maybe another tenth for Pankowitz, another quarter tank or something, or quarter lap for Hughes, but not enough to be spectacular. We cannot complain about a 9.2 and an 8.7 though. Both drivers driving excellently here. And Hughes out to a 5-second lead. For a bit there was actually catching Suri, and Suri should have come in and has not, so is not doing themselves any favors being out on those tires. Now, do we want to come in this lap? We're at 27 and 28. I think we do. I think it is time. We're going to switch to mediums. And Pankowitz has the medium bonus, so that should help her. But on the other hand, Hughes has that fast pit time advantage over almost every other driver out here. Didn't get quite as much out of the tires as we could have. I thought I was going to have one more lap, but it wasn't bad. A couple other cars coming in. And we have a 2-second screw-up by the new Sandy Kamarzik. That sucks. And okay, we're going to go high here, because we're in some traffic. And doesn't look like that's going to be enough. Trying to hold off who? Benani? Yuck, slips to 11th. Come on, Jake, you can get that back. Gets to the inside, but can't do anything with it. I feel like I've got about another tenth to give him here. Huff comes in and is going to do some repairs. That's our first customer with parts that are an issue. Pankowitz is in last. And yeah, I'm not going to push it anymore. We're going to push Pankowitz a little bit. The tires here are pretty much holding steady. Might be able to get away with pushing a little bit. I'm not happy with falling behind Bonani there, who had who's been out rather and has worse tires. And then we'll drop Pankowitz down. Both of them are at about the same level. We'll see how that works. Berman coming in. And Hughes stays ahead there. Now, I'm not worried about Hughes losing to Bonani, most likely, who still has to pit, but it's just, I don't like being behind there. Question is, can we push the tires, because the temperature isn't going up much. I'd like to get Hughes past Bonani and Nagy and stop losing time, is what I would like. More coming in, so we're up to 6th. And let's see what Pankowitz goes. Probably staying in 22nd, honestly. Yeah, and Hughes would like to be climbing up here to 4th. There's pressure building behind. We are still heating up the tires, but only a little. I'm going to let both drivers... I'm not sure this is the right move, but I'm going to let them push for a brief period. Both still driving very well. Hughes trying to get to the inside. There he goes. Did okay through there, but now is going to have to go around the outside and not make it. And everything lose positions, if anything. And I've got to take him down to neutral. I've got no choice. Run out of time. He held it, and then, boy, he just got blown away by Oriola. So he is 7th. I'm going to beat those cars, but it's the time that he's losing to people like DuPont. I mean, Suri is up by like 13 seconds now. And look at this, there's another one passing him. He's not even driving badly, he's 8-1. Look at that was Nagy going by. Others right behind him. So just not going well at all right now for Jake Hughes. If any of these squeeze out a one-stop race, he's really going to be up against it. So we would drop behind Comtoyu, who's having a brilliant race right now. Would still gain ground on AMG, and Hughes would be tied for the lead with DuPont, who is not going to stay in first. That is just not happening. But Hughes down to 7-6 now. So the excellence of our drivers early on fading somewhat. We're going to be staying in this mode for a while. Let's speed this up, get through the middle of this race. Be coming in around lap 30, unless something weird happens. And there's Oriola going in. Hughes up to 7th. Oriola all the way down to almost the back of the field. There's DuPont going in and repairing. That's going to be very bad for them. 6th for Hughes now. Form continuing to drop. And Scheider being investigated, but looks like was cleared. DuPont slipped where? All the way to 20th. Tire temperature holding steady. Overall fuel really holding at what we need. If we were able to push at all later, won't be by much. Benani coming in. Hughes now up to 5th. Gradually following the herd up. But he's losing time that could cost him positions later in the race. I don't see anything to do about it now, though. And looks like we're getting just into the red, but the temperature will drop soon. And that should allow us to hold this. At least through the lap 30 spot. There's Chadwick up to 4th. So we've got Nagy and Nagy. And now we're looking like we're in first place again. Yep, and there we go. Couldn't get past Nagy at all, but they're going to come in. Temperature still holding solid. And I think we're gaining a bit of fuel beyond what I thought we were going to gain, but not that much. Not enough to go on any type of extended push. So Hughes now up to 3rd. Nagy going to have to repair. And again, he's well off of Suri's pace, but he can keep up with anybody else, it seems. He's down to 4.7, Pankowitz 3.9, so now the driver's starting to struggle. And Hughes back where he belongs in second. Oh, look at that. More people hitting and repairing. And let's see what that does to Pankowitz, who is up to 13th. Trying to hold off Philippi, who is going to have to pit soon, so it doesn't really matter. It'd be nice if she could sneak her way into the top 10 and give us some points. And we're neck and neck with AMG now. Shader is in 5th, and I think that's Auer, who is their other driver. Yep, they're in 5th and 6th and probably rising here. Well, I say that, but Shader goes in and repairs. So that was short-lived. Pankowitz is 11th. May not hold that spot, probably won't, but still. See what happens when she pits and comes back out. And it's time to get set up for our final run down pit row. We did get her up to 99% with our tweaks. So we got both drivers at 99. We may have pulled it together at the last second, but we still pulled it together. And Nagy slides by. Oh, well, did. Pankowitz got it back. Here comes Jake Hughes. What do you say about not screwing up the jack this time, Kismark? Couple more cars repairing. Wow. Hi, everybody. Nice to make your acquaintance. We're just going to push for a bit here, if you don't mind. Hughes in 6th. Look at all this going on. Comes out in 18th. Fair bit of room. Go ahead and push tires for a bit. Got to watch Hughes's fuel above all things. I can go up to about 0.6 I can get away with. Temperature's going to stay the same the rest of the race. Okay. Be really nice if you'd get by Decker here. Just saying. Switch back to medium. Let Pankowitz use her fuel. So 6th and 19th. Well, that's going to change. 4th. Pankowitz is just looking to pick up distance and speed. She's not going to pass anybody with Philippi right there. Alright, switch back to medium on the fuel. And that should do it on the tires. We'll let Pankowitz burn a little bit more there. Hughes not able to get by Decker. DuPont is back up in 2nd, probably going to stay there. So it looks like Hughes is going to be 3rd when all is said and done. Because DuPont is going to get away with a one-stopper, I think. Oh, there's Decker not only going in, but going into repair. So Hughes, barring something weird, going to finish 3rd here. Right now we'd stay just in 1st out of Comtoyu. And Hughes would be clear 1st. But look at that. Suri is having a mechanical issue along with having to come back in. So if he has to repair, Hughes is only 4 seconds behind DuPont, though he's not driving that well. And if anything, is going to have trouble holding off Chadwick. Yes, she is driving much better. Gonna have to rely on those fresher tires, that's for sure. So Suri can come in just fine and come back out and still be in the lead, but if repairs are necessary, we're going to find out soon enough. Pankowitz up to 16th as another pit happens back there. She's going to try to work her way slowly up, if she can. There's Suri, who will not repair. So will he make it through the last 10 laps? He's gambling that he will. Could go either way. And back out on the track, well ahead of us. Yep, only lost half of the lead there. And Hughes with a modest but not at all comfortable lead at this stage. There's nothing I can do for a while here. I'll speed up through most of the rest of this. Boy, Hughes' form fading more. I do not like that. We still got to hold this off for 10 more laps. Doing just enough to keep Chadwick from really coming up on us right now. Yep, now they're saying Suri has a mechanical issue. Smoking along. I don't know, this many laps to go, I don't think he's going to finish. Nope, coming in. I'll forget it. Yep, we're getting some low parts there. Not quite as bad for Hughes. Suri, Giovinardi coming in and repairing. And now Hughes is up in second behind DuPont. So, yeah, that would give us a clear lead now. Both drivers and team. I think we're right where we need to be on everything. Keeping the tire temperature up, but not in the red zone. Get the most out of them. Fuel's where it needs to be. We got nothing to do here but ride along. And 6 laps to go. Pankowitz is up to 15th. And driving well, too. So probably no more opportunities for her to move up. If she had a decent qualifying run, she'd probably be in the top 10, but she stunk it up there, so this is what you get. Hughes pulling away now from Chadwick, but also fading slightly compared to DuPont. Tires starting to become an issue there at the front. Just about to go red, but with 5 laps to go, I think he'll make it. Maybe riding on the rims, but I think he'll make it. Ignore it. Ignore it. Yeah, they're not that bad. They're weak, but they're not that bad. And now we're starting to catch up to DuPont. Philippi retired with a mechanical issue. Yeah, 3 different parts getting close for Pankowitz. Part of that is we're just driving more aggressively because of the fuel, so we may want to push the reliability higher. I don't think it would hurt me to push the reliability to 90% this season. And we are definitely catching up to DuPont now with the tire issue. Down to 18%. He's getting in that range where it really makes a big difference. Pankowitz up to 14th, but this is going to be interesting. Well, now it's not. We're not gaining anymore. We gained almost 2 seconds, second and a half at least. And there's Pankowitz driving perfectly here at the end. But oh, DuPont's going to pit and repair. How about that? Oh my. That's got to be very upsetting for them. But for us, well, Jake Hughes is going to get his 2nd win in a row. Pankowitz right behind Oriola, who is struggling mechanically. Hughes has a 6-second lead, so it's over for him. Now Oriola having trouble with the tires as well. Those are getting low. But I don't know if we're going to make this pass, and if we did, it wouldn't matter that much. Still going to be a top 15 for marketability, and 12th doesn't get you any points. Thanks, Jake. Good job by you. And 13th it is for Pankowitz. Not bad, she says. Well, 2 wins in a row to start the year. I'm going to have to reevaluate my goals. Now let's see if we have any cheaters. Shader was hit with a drive-through penalty. Suri got the fastest lap, but ultimately dropped to 14th. Ill-advised decision to not repair when they came in for that 1 pit stop. Could have definitely finished better, possibly even won or challenged for it. And there's Jake Hughes again in the winner's circle. Jamie Chadwick second, 7 seconds behind, and Maxime Martin 10 behind, almost 11 for BRC. Hughes with a pretty good lead there. Pankowitz slides to 8th. And yeah, I mean, after the first 2 races, it looks like it's down to us and AMG. And I still have to think that after reliability issues are sorted out, they're probably going to overtake us. We're going to have to watch this, and if this keeps up and we're still up there around mid-season, I may have to consider doing some investment for next year. Because I was not expecting to contend for promotion this year, but at this point, long way to go in the year, but it's hard to see us finishing lower than second. I mean, it could happen, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen right now. Hughes looked absolute supreme. Can we go on to dominate WTCR? That's the question. And nothing but a bunch of fans. Pretty strong overall. 7.0. Down to 13th from 5th, so she's not going to be super happy with that. Meanwhile, Hughes, he gets some marketability, but you can see that his boosting of his traits, that has come to an end. So he's down again to being a 2.5-star driver. He was closer to 3. Not quite there, but he was closer. So we'd like to see a boost in his improvement here again. That's for sure, especially if he keeps winning. Meanwhile, we did get a boost to focus for Pankowitz. And she's close to getting cornering boost. So we've got a couple 2.5-star drivers. Our marketability boosts again. Chairman's back happy. And I was off on how much we'd make, but just over 2 million. That's still a record. So we expand our lead. AMG still very much in the hunt, but I don't know if we can say that for the others, at least in the early going. Despite having low marks on so many things, we're literally below average in the team stats across the board right now. Doesn't seem to matter at the moment, at least not that much. So we'll see how things go when reliability fades into the rearview mirror in mid-season, but looking quite strong right now. Next up, we'll be heading off to Brazil and Rio de Janeiro. See if Hughes can make it 3 in a row. Till then, thanks for watching, everybody. Motorsport Manager will continue.